Welcome back to the Hazel and Mia Podcast. Today's episode is not light, it's not fluffy, and it's not pretending everything is fine when it's clearly not. Because right now, across the world, something is breaking. So people are losing their jobs after they've been there for 10, 15, 20 years of loyalty to a company. They built their lives around a system that promised stability. They paid their taxes. They bought homes. They followed the rules. And now they're being told, hey, sorry, you're no longer needed.
That's the reality of things, and that's why what we do is so important. Guys, you know, some of our shows are hilarious, where we just have banter constantly, but it's times like this that we need to take the serious side of things.
Absolutely. I mean, because people are going through identity shock. They're also going through financial shock. It's grief. It's a fear. It's depression.
Yes.
And it's that sinking feeling like I gave everything to this system and now it's turned its back on me and I'm on my own.
Yeah. And guys, that's normal to feel like that in this situation.
Yes.
Because you feel betrayed, you feel used, you feel that somebody is trying to bring you down that you've already done so much for. So
absolutely.
All that,
yes. Yeah, you know, I mean, we're watching governments fail their people.
Yeah.
And we're watching corporations discard human beings like they're outdated software. Okay?
Yeah.
Families are panicking and couples are arguing about these things, and parents lie awake at night wondering how they're going to keep the lights on.
Yeah. Yeah.
When these things hit you all at once, there are some things that you can do. Acknowledge the grief. Acknowledge you were not expecting this to happen. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get that out first. Okay, now I've acknowledged this, and what do I do? You are not worthless, okay? You are not useless.
But, guys, there's a normal grieving process to this as well. Because if you've been doing the same job for 20 years, all of a sudden there's a part of you missing because you've done this every day for 20 years. So you're going to have that grieving process. You're going to have that anger. You're going to have I want to stick my two fingers up to the world. That's all natural. It really is.
It absolutely is. But the thing you will want to recognize is that no system is ever going to love you back. Okay? No corporation will ever protect you, and no government is ever going to prioritize your soul.
One thing my nan always said to me, and I remember it from a very young age. When I started work at 16 at Thomas Burberry, I was like, this is my job for life. And my nan said to me, stop. And I looked around and I said, what? She said, when you learn, she said that for every big company, you're just a number.
Yes.
And I said, what? She said, you could ask your big boss your name and your big boss wouldn't know. Because as long as you're there making them money, you're just a number to them. So the emotions that people go through when they lose their jobs is natural because you're worrying about, as Mia said, paying your bills. How the hell are you going to afford your mortgage payment? How are you going to be able to make sure that the kids have got clothes that fit them? these are natural anxieties. I know it's easy for us to say, but don't feel you've got to tackle them all at once, because you really haven't.
And I want to be honest with you, it's not easy for us to say.
No, it's not. It's
Okay,
not.
because we understand those feelings completely. When you lose something that you have come accustomed to for 20 years, it's like losing a part of you. A part of you dies.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like a relationship when everything goes south in the relationship. And now the spouse is asking for a divorce. That's like a part of you dies. And what you have to recognize is that this is the change. These
yeah,
things happen to make you stronger.
yeah. One big thing I will say, and sorry to butt in, Mia, the hard thing is for most people that lose their long-term jobs after that amount of time is they feel they're losing a family as well,
Yes,
because of all the workmates you've got. Make sure that you touch base with these people, because they're going to be feeling the same way as you.
absolutely.
And they're going to understand your emotions and how you feel. And it's good to have somebody that you can talk to that understands how you're feeling and what you're going through.
Like I said, this is a change for you. This is pushing you to be more stronger for things that are headed down the road.
Yeah.
You know, we easily became distracted.
Yeah.
We thought we needed to have the white picket fence and the brick home and the 2.5 children that
Yeah.
everybody had. And we had to have the internet and we had to have Netflix on TV to entertain our children. And we had to have the luxury handbags and the Jimmy Choo shoes.
Yeah.
All of that was just pushed down our throats to make us think that if you don't have that status, you're not valuable to this world.
Yeah.
And this is all happening to show you that you are valuable. You have a purpose
Yeah.
and
And
you can withstand it.
the other thing is, it's a change of routine for you. And
Yes.
that's the massive thing. That change of routine, you'll feel like your head is in a spin. You'll
Mhm.
feel like you can't cope with anything, but you can. You're so much stronger than that. And that's what you've got to think about as well.
That is absolutely true. And once you regain your control, your composure, start figuring out how you're going to stabilize everything. Okay.
Yeah.
There's some easy steps you can take while it will not appear naturally to you because like I said, we've been conditioned to believe that we need all of these things.
We've become comfortable.
Yes, absolutely.
And on that note, we've had very good feedback on, while we're working through subjects, to pull some cards.
Yes.
So
Yes,
that
this is
feedback
perfect.
was really positive. So just to lift those energies a bit, because when guys, readings like that, they bring us down as well. But that's
Yes.
where we are there to understand your needs as well. But cards always pull our energies back up. Let's have a look. So I'm going to pull 2 cards now, guys, and 2 cards at the end of the show.
Excellent.
Right. And you know what, guys? This is something that you need to understand on how we connect with our cards. Pentacles represent money, and we've had 2 pentacles out of a 72 card deck.
Wow.
Now, that's not coincidence.
No.
So the first one, and this is why, ambition. When we go through, there we are. When we go through life, we all consider, are we on the right path? could I do this job? Could I do that job? You're never, ever too late to follow your ambitions and move forward. There's always a chance in life for you to do what you feel you want to do. How many of us growing up thought, oh, I want to be a fire person, or I want to be a policeman, or I want to work with animals? It's never too late to change that direction.
Exactly. Another word for ambition is growth.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And the other way to look at it, guys, even if you feel, oh, I can't do that because stop. You're putting barriers in the way when there's no need to do.
Yes.
If you feel you've got no confidence to do that step forward, contact your local volunteering groups and say, I really want to work with animals, but I need to build up the confidence to do so. They would jump at the chance.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Think of things like that. And the other one, opportunities. Oh, see this, my camera's moved on this one. Opportunities. You're never too old to try new opportunities, and you're never too young.
And yes, that's wonderful, because that was a card from last week too. Opportunities. Yes. So yes. This is telling you that opportunities are headed your way. Yeah. Doors are opening. When one door closes, another one opens.
And tell yourself, everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
We might not know that reason right now, but we will in 3 months' time. When you're signing that contract on a job that pays a hell of a lot more money.
Okay.
And then right, okay, so that's why that happened.
Mm-hmm. You know, the thing is that you gain new skills, even if you're working at a job for 20 years. You are learning new things. And that gives you an opportunity to stop and recognize, what new things can I bring to the next job?
Yeah. And, oh, excuse me, it's not about qualifications, guys. Most of these companies will go on life skills. So if I don't know a thing about engineering, so you could put down, I can work as such and such engineering machine that you know is going to be useful for the job you're applying for. Put it down there, because they will test you anyway. They'll say, well, show us how you do it so that we know you can do it, sort of thing.
Right.
Most companies will say, you've got a temporary contract. Don't panic. Most companies do that now to make sure that you're suitable for the workplace.
You know, I can vouch for the fact that that's what was the underlying thought of companies before. I don't know that this is true still. And you've got to realize that, hey, maybe it's not true. But if I get my foot in the door and I can learn these skills thoroughly, I still have an opportunity to go elsewhere.
Yeah. Instead of seeing a temporary contract as bad news, see it as, it's to prove you can do it. Right. It's to prove that you're more than capable. Because this is a business way of thinking. So I could employ Mia. After 3 days, she turns up late. After 4 days, she's having a lot of toilet breaks. After a week, she takes a day off and not comes in and lets anybody know. Then the company can say, okay, you're unreliable, so we are going to terminate your temporary contract.
Exactly.
So this is where you use that temporary contract to prove to them you were more than capable of good timekeeping, of being cautious of other people around you doing the same job. You can work as part of a team. You can work individually. So use that temporary contract as a positive impact tool.
There you go. Okay. And it's important to recognize that you are going through some changes when you leave one job. So it's very important that you start off by stabilizing yourself. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Take those steps to cut unnecessary expenses.
Yeah.
Really? Do you need cable? I mean, I will say with the news that's going around today, you really should not be connected 24/7. And if you really want to have access to information, there's always the library has free computers that you can use. You can get
Yeah.
your information there. You can even get entertainment there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know if, like, because over here we have job centres.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if other places has them. They also
Yes,
have access for the internet for you to apply for jobs as well.
absolutely. And I'm thinking that since the jobs reports in the United States has just recently come out, that you might find that there are a lot of places like libraries or the job centers that are going to be full.
Yeah. I know in some places, like, I think it's over Ibiza side of the world,
Mm-hmm.
over that side of the world, they have internet cafes.
They have internet cafes. There's also something that's called FreeNet, where you can get free internet service in your home. Okay. Now, okay, so you are stabilizing yourself and you decided, okay, I cannot afford rent. This is something that I said last week is something to think about if you're a single person.
Yeah.
It's different if you have a family with children, okay? You might want to think about staying with other family members
Yeah.
to save on your rent. You might want to consider staying in your car for a short period of time. Um, Cutting those emotional spending.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, there are just so many things. If you have subscriptions on your phone to games, cut those things. You really don't
They need
need it.
these. They,
Okay.
and don't forget, if you got $5, go to the supermarkets at near enough closing time because they have so many reductions. Yellow stickers are my favourite things because that's reductions over here.
The thing is that in most grocery stores or most local grocery stores, the bread that comes in that morning, they want to get rid of by the evening.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you have $5, recognize that you may not get your next $5 until the next week.
Yeah.
So you get a week's worth of bread. You get that fruit that's on sale.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have a way to cook things like beans, those are things that are filling and will get you through to the end of the week. That don't think about buying sugar because that's an addiction and that's called emotional spending. Get the things that are going to fill you up.
And don't forget, your freezer will become your best friend. Because once you've cleaned all what you've bought, like your fresh fruit, your veg, freeze it.
Yes.
Freeze it.
There
That
you
will
go.
become your best friend. I can promise you that.
And one thing you want to also do is stop the debt trap.
Yeah.
Okay. Many of us have fallen into the debt trap. Debt is modern day slavery. Okay.
Yes.
It keeps you afraid. You don't want to answer the phone. You don't want to open the mail. And it keeps you trapped in a survival mode, not okay, what can I do now? You're going to, right.
A lot of countries offer free debt help and free debt advice. Don't be embarrassed about going to them because, right, let me say this, guys. If you got, say, £20,000 worth of debt, which is what they say the average working family has. So you've got to pay 15,000 of that debt out. So you've got to do that over a period of time. So if you're used to having your wages in, half of those wages go on debt. What I will say to you is go to these agencies. They will give you templates that you fill in your name and your date of birth. These templates you then send back to the companies who you owe money to. They will then freeze the accounts so that you don't get any more interest put on top of them.
Listen, that's a great tip, okay? Because right now you want to stop the bleeding.
Yes.
Okay.
And they've reduced your payments because of your circumstances have changed. So look for those debt companies.
There you go. And this is the beginning of you rebuilding, and you're rebuilding with intention. Okay. So stop asking, what skills do I already have? What problems can I solve? What can I offer that people need? I mean, start asking those questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are the great things for you to start focusing on, because it's going to put you in a more positive mindset and help you to focus on what you need to do.
Yeah, because don't forget, guys, you can't change that. You can't change yesterday, but you can change tomorrow.
There you go. And by the time you recognize that it's tomorrow, it'll be now.
Yes.
So focus on now. Okay. There are plenty of resources that exist, online learning that you can take so if you see a job that you almost qualify for, but there are a couple of things that you need to build your skills on, use those online free learning services that will help you brush up on those skills.
Yeah. And if you're good at doing woodwork, if you've got the tools at home, over here, I don't know if it's the same in other countries, people will put things outside to write free on them.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody throws out a free set of drawers, pick those drawers up, take them home, repaint them, give them to some TLC. You can then sell them on.
Absolutely. Put it on Facebook and try and resell it. Yeah. Didn't cost you anything except for some paint that you probably have stored in your garage.
Yeah. Every color of the rainbow you'll have in your garage.
And remember, there are freelance platforms out there, remote work, small business grants, community networks, but your mind is your greatest asset.
Yeah. Up here for thinking, down there for dancing.
Okay, there you go.
And you put those dancing shoes on, your brain will start moving because all your endorphins change.
There you go. What you have to focus on is what is real. Okay? People are real. Yeah. Your health is real. Your peace of mind, your freedom, your time. The things that aren't real are status, labels, titles. Things are not real. Okay?
Guys, if I say to you, 30 years ago, I was homeless. I'd lost everything. I had lost literally everything. Look at me now. Look at me now. It's taken me time. I've had my own business for over 20 years. I can now drive. I now keep my own house. So even though times seem tough now, they're not going to stay tough forever.
Absolutely. You know, I have been watching the younger people who used social media as influencers and how they grew in popularity, and that was all they knew.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
they knew was promoting other people's businesses, jobs, products. And now platforms like TikTok are starting to demonetize all of
yeah,
these influencers.
yeah,
And they're lost. They're wondering, okay, what am I going to do? Because that's all they've known.
yeah. And the thing to remember with platforms like TikTok, that only works because people like us gift the person who we watch.
Absolutely.
And as the money's drying up, that person then drops off because everybody's fed up with them anyway, doing the same thing.
That's it. Absolutely. It's a competition. And then this is where the sensualization
Yeah,
comes in because they want to outdo their competitors. And so they have to make their stories
yeah,
more viewable. They want to attract more clients. And then those people, those younger people in particular, are believing the stories that they're hearing. And they're thinking, oh my gosh, these people are after us. And this is happening to us.
yeah,
You know, yeah, bad things are happening around the world, but
definitely.
this is your season and it's asking you to simplify, to become smarter, to become stronger, and to become independent.
Yeah. And that's going to make a massive difference. It really, really
Absolutely.
is.
Absolutely.
I'm
So,
watching I'm watching how time ticking by.
okay, do you want to pull the next two cards?
You see how much I get lost for words myself, guys. I really, really do. Because I'm sure we had that card last week.
Action.
Time to
Yes.
take action. It's time to do
Action.
what you need to do to support yourself and to change your views as well.
So we've got ambition, opportunity, action. This
Ah,
is confirmation that you need to move forward.
new experiences.
Perfect. Because new experiences are coming our way whether we want it or not.
And guys, look, I always have my cards and take some off each deck. When I'm shuffling, I put them all together. That's how many cards I've got, guys. And that's why I love them so much.
So what we want to say is that you're not finished. You are not
No,
disposable. And this is not the end of your story.
no.
Okay.
It's time to think in a different way. It's time to realize that you can get comfortable again. You can bring the comfy time back in and you can be happy at the same time.
And acknowledge the fact that from here on out, you build for yourself.
You do build for yourself, yes. You
Okay.
do.
So this is our second week of the new year. It was a pleasure to be here. Please, if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We
Definitely,
really need your subscriptions. And
definitely.
please leave us a comment. We want to hear more from you. If this information that we've given you has been helpful, please let us know.
Definitely, definitely. And remember, we do what you want.
Absolutely. It was our pleasure. And everyone, have a great weekend. And
Definitely.
we will see you soon.